Well, hello there, guys. Happy 2022. Glad to see you there, Elrod. Speedy, Spooky. Yeah. Nice to know you survived, Elrod. We've been missing you for a few days. There's your little bit of a snack. You know, for, Papa makes lunch, okay? Yep. So y'all enjoy. I love y'all. Surely do. What do you say, Speedy? You happy to be alive in 2022? Now, I know you do, don't you, Spooky? Yep. My little buddy, Elrod. He's a talker. Well, hello there again, friends and family. Welcome to 2022. And it is a highly overcast, blustery day here in the Deep South. And I was out here checking on things before I go in and start preparing my New Year's Day meal. It's not going to be a whole lot. Nope. It's going to be some chicken, some black-eyed peas, some roasted taters and carrots, things of that nature. Nothing that, gourmet. But it's going to be good down home eating. Trust me, it is. But I thought, while I was out here taking a quick look, I'd just come on and wish all of y'all Happy New Year, and hope your 2022 is better than your 2021. That's about all Mr. Tom can do, is hope and pray. And let's all hope and let's all pray. Okay? And as far as damage from the other day, I'm sure many of y'all saw the video. Focus took a little bit of a beating. It's got a few scratches. Some paint chipped off. Other than that, she's fine. Let me show her to you. Yep, see? You can see her right there. And I didn't look closely. I figured from a distance, if I can't see nothing, it'll be okay. Of course, Spooky and Speedy, they've already tracked it all up since, we washed it. Yep, that's what they do. Yep, we got a little boo-boo there. Looks like paint chipped off. But other than that, I can't complain. And I know what everybody said. Need to get that carport cleaned out, so I put it all the way in there. Well, if you would have actually seen what continued after the camera got knocked out, and that was hail was blowing through the carport all the way through it. So had it all been in there, it still took a beat. But like a Timex, the little Focus, still a ticking. Because it's been out today for a little ride on the wild side. I just wanted to take a drive, listen to some music, and enjoy my first day of 2022. Of course, that was earlier this morning. And if I shut my mouth, you can hear the birds are singing. They're happy to be alive in 2022 too. They surely are. Now you might wonder what my plans are for 2021. And that's another reason I wanted to come on real quickly. And I'll share some of them. The ones that I've wrote down so far. And maybe in the comments below, because I know many of y'all can write. Those of my age, close to it, and far older, we know how to write. And we do write. As is testimony of your comments below each and every video. And for those of you who always apologize for putting in a lengthy comment, there's never a worry. Not a problem. No matter how long, I'll still read it. And that May have to go get a cup of coffee or tea. That's okay too. So no better way to start out 2022 than here on the front porch. Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, beautiful day. Yeah, we got storms coming in from the northwest. What's different? Supposed to hit us so late tonight into early morning. And I hate that. 'Cause that means not a lot of rest for the weary. And for the last couple of weeks, that seems to be a pattern. But it's just the way it is. I mean, you can pray, trust in God, that all will be well, which I truly believe it will. And that, should you be of that belief and desire and faith. But I'm still not one that wants to be taken by surprise. So, yep, I'll probably be up burning the midnight oil. Me and the weather radar, YouTube, or Netflix or something, until the power goes out. But back to plans, and I'm not going to call them resolutions, because I think when you say resolutions, it immediately gives you the path to failure. Because it's been shown that the vast majority, 95% of all resolutions, are never kept. No. What I tend to do every year is tend to sit down in the first week of the new year and I write down things I know I need to do. Need to get them done. Whether I've been putting them off, whether there's been something keep me from doing them. You know, back in the day it was the hours I worked, or it was money, motivation sometimes. Yeah. And make a priority list. And I started doing that yesterday. Even though it wasn't the new year yet. And my priorities have got to be right here. And I said that in the last video. My concentration in 2022 is not going to be about how I can affect the world, our nation, even our state. My focus is going to be right here. You see, I have 1/2 acre of ground, just under, just a scudge, and that. I have one old house. Yeah. She's 81 years old, and she's showing her age. But she's been good to me. And now I need to show her my appreciation and love for keeping me warm, cool, and dry. And I planned on doing that in 2020, but the cost of things, primarily lumber, among all other building supplies, kept me from that. But this year, I'll bite the bullet. You know, I got to sell some things. I got to do some things differently. Whatever I got to do. My focus is going to be on the house and on this piece of property. I got to sell my truck. I'll sell my truck. I got 2 of them. If you remember, those of you who've been with the channel long enough know I got a black truck too. Currently over at my son's, and has been for a while, which he uses it from time to time, and I don't got a problem with it. I have one here, he has one over there. So, you know, this one right now has a problem. That's another thing that went on the list. Fix the electrical problem on the truck. But then there's a long list underneath: fix and repair house. And, you know, I can't tell you enough. If you sit down and make this list, what you're going to find is, like, if you put house repair, house remodeling, whatever it is, you're going to see underneath house other subcategories start to develop. And that's what I saw yesterday. Of course, I already knew that. Being a process engineer, being a very analytical person, knowing that everything in life is a process, because it surely is. So I'm going to concentrate primarily on my house, my property, and me. Yep, me. My health, my fitness, and all that. Not saying I haven't done that in 2020 and 2021, but I'm going to ramp it up some more. Yep, I'm going to cut some things out of my life. Already have. In 2019, I cut some. 2020. In 2022, I'm going to cut some more. Like if you watch my last shopping video, I primarily bought all fresh food. Yep. And that's going to be something that I'm going to do throughout 2022. Now, I have a lot of processed food, canned food, boxed food, bagged food put up. Am I just going to throw all that out or let it get old? No. What I'm saying is I'm going to eat more fresh than I eat all the canned, the box, and prepared foods than what I normally do. So I'll be cooking more. Not that I already don't cook a whole lot. You might not see it, but if you figure over the last 2 years, even though this isn't a cooking channel, it's a whatever channel, my life, I've got nearly 80 different videos on Mr. Tom cooking in the country kitchen. 80. And I don't make them up. These are things we cook, either my my grandmother, my mother, or I and the wife and children cooked throughout the years wherever we lived. Yeah. And still do. So it's not like I'm running a cooking channel, just cooking stuff, making stuff up, copying stuff from other people to just make videos. No, I haven't got to that point yet. Not ever sure I will. You know, if I run through every last thing I've ever concocted, made up, tried, written down, well, I got piles, finally run out, well, I don't know what we'll do. Maybe we'll just start all over again, because it'll be so long since you've seen them. Because that's the way real life is. You know, when you haven't had a dish in a long time, and then it pops back in your mind, what do? You cook it up again. Yeah. So maybe that's how the cooking videos go to for me. And will I be videoing house repairs? You know, everything I do on the property? Probably not. You know, I'll probably give updates. Sort of a vlog thing, you know. I may show you before and after. If it's something really important that I think should be shared with my children, my grandson, or all of y'all, I may show. But I'm not going to make this into a home repair channel, self-improvement channel, cooking channel, or even a gardening channel. But I will say this, it's going to be a little bit of all of that. Yeah. Outdoor hiking and adventure channel. Oh yeah, we do some of that. I promised Robert we'd go fishing, and I didn't make good that promise. I just never found the time to go when it seemed to me to be a good time to go. Yeah, I'm still hoping that he'll keep reminding me we need to go fishing. It really would have been nice if David could have came down, because I'm sure me and him would have went fishing, but that didn't happen. And that. But I guess my whole point to all of this is I'm gonna put my focus on where I can have the most impact in my life, in my children's lives, in my friends and family's lives. And now, that's all of y'all too, out there in our community, here on YouTube. So, I've got to make some changes with the channel. Nothing drastic, and nothing that YouTube didn't change for me. And I know many of you have let me know that there are now commercials on my channel. And many of you message me that you're watching them, you're letting them run, trying to help me out. And I appreciate all that. But in all honesty, I didn't monetize the channel this year. YouTube did. YouTube in December the 18th of 2020 changed the terms of use for YouTube. And one of those changes was, for those of us who were not monetized, which I was not, they could decide, if they so decided, to monetize our channel whether we wished it or not. And the way that all worked was, we still would not get a penny, but they would get the whole sum total of proceeds from any commercials, ads, or what have you they so decided to run on the channel. And you might think, oh my God, that's just terrible. Well, it's sort of like, the YouTube gets so much of a super chat and so much of an applause and so much of this. Folks, there is nothing in life free. And right now, if it weren't for YouTube, would I know any of y'all? Well, the answer to that would be no. If it wasn't for YouTube, would you know me? Well, here again, the answer to that is probably no. So, there is a cost to that. It costs money. A pile of money. I know this to be a fact. You think about how big, or no, just how vast it's got to be. The server networks. Server farms is what they're called. To store all the videos that YouTube has, that we've all made. All the electricity, all the infrastructure. Yeah, buildings. All of that. There's a cost. Except, many creators want to poo-poo all over YouTube. And I'm thinking, well, without YouTube, you wouldn't even be where you are now. Sort of gets back in my mind to don't bite the hand that feeds you. I'm just saying. But YouTube has monetized the channel, and because I don't have a Google AdSense account, which is what you have to do once you decide to monetize your channel, I don't receive any of that. So one of the changes I'll be making in the next week or two is I'm going to open up one of them there Google AdSense accounts, and then if Google or YouTube decides to run a commercial, at least Mr. Tom and the Kitty Crew will get something out of it. And in all truthfulness, for me to continue YouTube and continue to the extent that I do with the Kitty Crew, because now we've got Gracie, we've got Speedy, Spooky, we got Elrod, we got Magoo, which is sitting under the hedge, we got Mr. Gray, we got Garfield, the big orange and white tabby, which was out here this morning. That's what, Gracie's 1, Spooky and Speedy, there's 3. Oh, I forgot Cleo. Can't forget Cleo, there's 4. Magoo's 5, Elrod's 6, Mr. Gray's 7, Garfield's 8. That's a crowd. So, things have to change. I guess what I'm trying to say is I hope it doesn't make a difference to all of y'all. Because if it does, I held it off for all these years, 2018, 2019, 2020, and 2021. I didn't do it. Didn't monetize. And I'm not sure I'd even do it now if Google and YouTube hadn't decided that for me. I mean, it just seems sort of wrong. They're getting 100% and I'm getting nothing. Even though without their platform, I wouldn't even be here today, which I am thankful for. And I do understand there's a cost for me being here. Nothing in life is free, folks. Nothing. So that's going to be a change. Will we be doing anything else? You know, people want me to write a cookbook or a book. Well, here again, the impact that I can have is right here. Yeah, live long enough. The house is all done. Property is all Cadillacing. Kitty crew's all fine. My health's fine. Everything's the way it should be. Will I have time for a cookbook or a book? Maybe so. But that ain't gonna be anytime soon. You gotta climb the mountain to make it down the other side. And what I've got set in front of me for 2022 may not be a mountain, but it's a fairly steep hill for me and what I got to work with. But I'm going to start climbing that hill. I ain't going to promise nobody I'm going to make it all the way to the top this year. But as long as I don't come back down and give up, I may make it next year. That's how a journey starts. One step at a time, y'all. So I'm sort of curious, and maybe y'all will share in the comments below this video, what are your plans for 2022? What's going to be your concentration, your focus? Where do you plan or want or desire to make an impact in this here new year that we have laid before us? Let me know. Let all of us know in the comments below the video. So, I've rambled on enough. And the light's starting to fade. And I've got a New Year's dinner to prepare. And like always, we'll be eating continental time. You know, European. I think around 7. And that's okay too. So until I, Spooky, Speedy, Magoo, Gracie, Cleo, sometimes Elrod, Mr. Gray, and Garfield, and of course my beloved Gracie in the house, watching the Weather Channel for me. See y'all on the next video. Goodbye for now. And God bless each and every one of you as you bless others. Spooky, Speedy, what you got going on? Well, I see you out there laying in the driveway behind the Focus. Chilling, huh? Magoo. Magoo. What you doing there, Magoo? Magoo. Magoo. What you doing, Magoo? You napping? Underneath your holly? You look like you are. Well, I'll bring you out some treats, Magoo, okay? Happy 2022, my big buddy. Yeah, he used to be my little buddy, right? Come on, Spooky, Speedy. Might as well make y'all up some chow before I get working on mine, okay? Might as well. I'll bring it out to you, okay? Later, all.